Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and you know, that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and you know, I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. You know, we had a great relationship. You know, Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, you know, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I'm gonna say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, you know, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. You know, it happened on Questlove's award, and you know, it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful. And I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
What it do? This is your brother Bishop of Bishop Zone TV. And man, let me just dive right into it. Y'all saw the video. I know y'all probably seen it on numerous thousands of media outlets throughout the day. And I'm adding to the damn circus show. No, this is not really a circus show this time. I just want to say my piece on the Will Smith apology. What did I think about this apology? Well, in all honesty, I think it's a load of shit. No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. No, Will Smith, man, you know, I commented the night the slap happened, right? The slap heard around the world. And I said some harsh things about Will Smith, and I meant what I said at the time, and still feel a certain kind of way about, you know, the type of behavior that he displayed. You know, I was also more so opposed to some of the people's reactions, basically condoning hitting a man, especially a black man, causing physical harm to another black man over some words on a public stage, you know, in the biggest night of his life, one of the biggest nights of his life, you know. But now that it's 3 months later and he made this apology, I honestly feel as though Will Smith was being sincere. I felt like Will Smith was genuinely sincere with his apology. I feel like that was one of the most human moments that he's had throughout his career, because I don't necessarily believe that he was worried about perception necessarily. I thought he was just in the moment at this time, after, you know, having some time to let the whole situation digest and settle down, and, you know, have a lot of self-reflection. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that in order to truly feel sorry, to truly feel regret, and to really be genuine with your apology, that takes time. And this is 3 months later after the slap, and a lot has been going on with Will Smith, and I really do think he was being sincere. And for that, for his honesty, I can respect Will Smith. I can watch Men in Black again. 1, not 2 or 3 though. I'm not finna watch those again. But no, all jokes aside though, man, hey, that's a real man right there. That's a real man move, because it takes strength to bare your soul and say right there publicly that I'm sorry, I apologize for my behavior. It's not right. And he owned up to it. He owned up to it. And it also shows how wrong a lot of y'all were for defending his actions. Because the last thing we should be advocating for is violence amongst black men. We should be able to resolve conflicts without resorting to violence, especially as black men, especially as black men. It's necessary for our survival. And you see a lot of times when we don't handle situations in a more mature manner, the results of that, which a lot of times end up in death. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Like I said, man, kudos to Will Smith. And look, Chris Rock, he can take as much time as he wants to, you know, speak to the brother and then say, hey, you know what, I accept your apology. You know, let's move forward. And maybe he might feel like he needs to apologize for a joke, or maybe not. That's his right, you know. But hopefully, man, these brothers can, you know, come together and just squash it. And just, you know, continue to be the icons we've known them to be. Because no matter what you think, Will Smith is an icon. Chris Rock is an icon. These two are part of my childhood, you know. I mean, they were a big part of my childhood, especially if you were, you know, black kids growing up in the 90s. So, you know, I would hate to see them not be able to resolve this issue at some point in their lives, you know. I don't know, you know, but, you know, brother still got to pay the bills, so it don't make me none. You know what I'm saying? The world gonna still turn around and round and round. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. So like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Until next time, holla.